What to do at the quarterback position for the Minnesota Vikings? Well, you at least need a backup. Nick Mullins is a free agent, so you can look to possibly re-sign him. Or you could draft the quarterback to be the backup and or the future leader of this team. Kirk Cousins, last year after the extension, his contract runs through 2023. He'll be a free agent in 24. This will be the last year of his deal. I would be so down to trade this dude. What? But the no trade clause. So worst case, plays out his deal, part ways in free agency, great. And just so we're clear, I'm here to double down. The man just played his 11th season out of Michigan State, and he ended the year by throwing in the white towel, forfeiting, checking the ball down on 4th and 8, inexcusable. Well, the defense, screw the defense. What did the defense have to do with him deciding to throw the ball 2 yards on 4th and 8 with the season on the line? Well, Dexter Lawrence was right there. Okay, Dexter Lawrence had 4 hits on Kirk Cousins on Sunday's game. Kirk Cousins took 11 hits in that game overall. Dexter Lawrence was in his grill all game long. You couldn't anticipate that happening again. So worst case on the pre-snap read, you know that worst case, if the pressure is coming to you, you know that Justin Jefferson is out there, you know where he's supposed to be-ish, heave it up and give your best receiver an opportunity to make a play on the ball. And instead, the rush to protect this guy, Kirk Cousins, it's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. It reminds me of that meme. Any other quarterback in that situation with the season on the line, 4th and 8, if they throw a 2-yard pass, it's like, oh, put a shirt on. But Kirk Cousins, same situation. He throws a 2-yard pass. Oh, it's empowering. The hell up out my face. It was a dumbass decision. You're not going to win anything with this guy. I've seen enough. So worst case, plays out his contract. He's a free agent next year. We can finally move on. With that said, quarterback prospects for the Minnesota Vikings in this upcoming draft. I've got 2 guys now. Keep in mind, the Vikings, they have 4 picks right now, projected to gain an additional 2 compensatory picks. So you have opportunities, you have options to gain further draft capital. But you have so many needs to address early on. For this, I've got 2 guys that I'm looking at, realistically speaking, 3rd round and beyond. We'll start with Jaren Hall, quarterback out of BYU. Last year, completed 66% of his passes, over 3,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Also ran for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nice game against Oregon. Dreadful versus Baylor, Notre Dame, Boise State. Beyond that, the level of competition, not great. As far as his abilities are concerned, he really threads the needle towards the sidelines, especially those back shoulder throws. Throws a beautiful deep ball, presents dual threat abilities, and I think he does a great job of selling the play action and misdirection setups, much like Jalen Hurts. Very deceptive. So if he can make that transition to the NFL, if he can adjust to the speed at the next level, as a coach, you can go crazy with the playbook. And the last guy I'm looking at is Hendon Hooker, quarterback out of Tennessee. I get that he's 25. I know that he's recovering from a torn ACL. The way that I'm looking at it, he's seasoned and he'll be rehabbing and learning for a year behind Kirk Cousins. I love this guy. He is him. Over 3,100 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, ran for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Tennessee, they started 8-0 on the season last year, beating teams like Florida, LSU. Against Alabama, 70% completion, 385 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. What? Now, the game against Georgia, he got brought back down to earth. They are, after all, the reigning back-to-back national champions. Okay, fine. 2 weeks later, tore his ACL versus South Carolina. But when healthy, does a great job of going through his progressions. Strong arm, accurate as hell. Has no problem taking off with his legs, but only in emergencies, doesn't force it. What he did in the SEC this year was outstanding, amazing. Should have been a Heisman finalist. Yo, if we draft this dude, I'm going to celebrate so hard. But 3rd round and beyond, Hooker and Hall are the only quarterbacks I'm interested in. In fact, after the top 2 guys, Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, after they're gone, in my opinion, it gets murky until you get in the realm of Hendon Hooker and Jaren Hall. Will Levis, turnover machine, Anthony Richardson, 54% completion rate. The thought is maybe he'll go in the 2nd round. Have fun with that project. Spencer Rattler, Malik Cunningham doesn't do it for me. You need to find your quarterback of the future. Don't wait until Kirk Cousins is gone. And that's not to say that even if you draft a guy that he's the for sure answer, but you have to get ahead of it now.